here.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Svelte Radio. Hi, Jeppe. How are you doing?
Hi, Kev. I'm doing great. How are you?
Nice. I am very excited about this episode. We didn't know what we were going to talk about today.
True.
Until you posted this link earlier today, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
First off, Brittany's not here. She's enjoying herself in Hawaii, I think. Sounds awful.
I feel like we should. I mean, I'm mad because I hate the cold. I hate the cold so much, and so she just escapes it, and I'm just sitting here
in the cold.
crying. Yeah, in the cold.
Yeah. Has it been like really cold for a really long time in Denmark as well?
I think for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean that's I can do 1 day or 2 days of snow. That's fine. We do all the fun thing you do in the snow, and then it's just over for me. Please, can we get back to summer?
Yeah. Well, summer's a far way. Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. We've had like -5 to -10 here, like for a month now.
It's not okay.
No, it's like I'm getting tired of this.
Can we
friend
cancel winter?
Yeah. Right. My friend in Barcelona, she helped with the conference for a bit. She lives in Barcelona, but she's Swedish, right? And she posted this picture on Instagram where she's like laying by the pool.
Oh no!
Gosh damn it!
So for many years, I've said this to my wife that I really wish that we just lived in Barcelona. But then she also reminds me that in the summer it's impossible to exist in that heat.
Yeah.
As a Dane. Like I can't, anything above 20 degrees Celsius, I'm just melting.
Yeah,
and that's.
I would be like a roasting pig.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to convince my girlfriend that we should like live in 2 places.
So welcome to Weather Radio, where everything is all about the weather. Old men ranting.
Yep.
Yeah,
baby. On that note, maybe we should actually get into what we were going to talk about.
Absolutely.
Today.
So State of JS 2025 results was just announced. I mean,
exciting.
By the time this recording gets out, it has been announced for some time. But for us, this is new.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. There's also always a lot of great stuff in there.
Yeah. I mentioned to Jeppe before we started recording that I always get confused by this survey because they change things and they add data points and all sorts of stuff. But it's a good survey, though. So.
It is.
It's just me being old.
Oh yeah, no, we're all
shouting at the clouds.
I think they have this issue that there's just more and more stuff to know and to think about in JS. So like, there's more and more frameworks coming in and more new syntax. And so the more data there is, the more confusing these charts just become. Like, there's this big chart of all the frameworks, whatever, that has like lines going all over the place, and you have like you can't understand it anymore.
It's the
I'm
one
sure that
with
five years
like,
ago it was way better.
Yeah. It's the one with like satisfaction and stuff. It's just like going all over the place, like quadrants. Yeah. Oof. All right. So the big question, of course, is how did Svelte do? Have you
No. The big question. How did Svelte
AI,
Radio do? No, Svelte Radio.
Oh, Svelte Radio. Oh, this podcast.
I mean, if I have to toot a horn, we have to toot our own horn first.
That is very true.
So there is, in the resources section, there's a podcasts subsection.
Yep.
And Svelte Radio is on it. That's huge.
That's pretty big.
So when I saw that, I wanted to do a joke on, we just need 50 times the amount of listeners to surpass syntax or whatever.
So where are we on this list?
Really close. We are number 13.
Oh, number 13.
Oh, well, we're
2.
number 1 is none, right? So essentially we're number 12.
Oh, I see. What? Oh, no one.
There's 50%
podcasts.
of people, they don't listen to podcasts at all, right? So that's like a huge market for us. I mean, I think we should target those people. The people that don't listen to what we're saying right now, they are like prime listeners for this because they don't know how stupid we are. No, but so then I looked into it, right? And like, I think there's some pretty big podcasts that are not number 12. Like you have Pod Rocket at number
Oh, wow.
17. You have DevTools number 18.
Yeah. Front
Shop
End
Talk
Happy
Show
Hour.
is just like one above. I think we're in with the cool kids now, the cool grown-ups.
Yeah, I mean, so I remember like 2 years ago when we were also on this survey, but we were on. So I think they split it, right? So they had they had like the big ones, right, and then they had like a free form section, and I think we won by a pretty huge margin on the free form one.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But now we're mainstream, Jeppe.
I feel funny to say that because just below us being mainstream is Off the Main thread. Which is they're great guys. They're great guys. It just I think it puts pressure on us, and we have to be less stupid now and actually say something relevant.
Something relevant. Yeah.
So maybe not the weather. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
You're completely right. I think this podcast has partly devolved into some kind of people hanging out, talking, and also about Svelte. You know, and some people enjoy that, but
yeah. No, but I mean, it's all entertainment in the end.
Yeah.
And so, like, staying on that topic, if people have anything specific that they think we should discuss, please post it in, and then we will discuss it. We won't be smart about it, but we can say words.
Words are important.
Words are super important. Otherwise, everything turns into music. So, no, I think that's great. Then, of course, we have to go into Svelte. So I think that was enough of Svelte Radio. So just finding that.
Yeah, there's a lot of pages on this thing. Libraries.
Really are.
Experience.
So there's both Svelte and Svelte Kit, right? And Svelte is it's almost like my general analysis of this whole survey is almost the same as last year.
Can you give us a recap?
So that was a recap, essentially.
Okay.
Svelte grew a lot. So there's these awards. There's the awards section of like most enjoyed, yada yada. And guess who won all of the awards?
Was it Svelte?
It was Vite and Vitest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
honestly, that's kind of boring in a sense. Like I obviously it's nice. Vite is great. Like I'm not
Vite is awesome. It's awesome.
Vite.
It's an awesome team. Like they do amazing stuff.
Yeah.
It's totally deserved.
But they've already won everything, basically. It's the default. It's what everyone uses. Like, do you even have to put it on here?
Can you imagine? Like they revamp their API to something really bad and like we have to start winning now? That would be horrible, right? I mean, they should just keep winning. They should just keep doing their best.
I agree.
I think they're doing awesome. Anyways, Svelte is at 27% of usage, whereas last year's 26%. So
that's a win.
Guess within
my book,
it is a win. It keeps rising, so that's great.
Yeah.
1% a year.
It's going to take many years for us to take over.
Yeah, there's the next one is Angular at 48. So that's going to be 20 years of 1% increase. Then we'll get there.
I mean, I'll be here.
Well, of course. Of course. We'll all be here writing our Svelte code and then so that our AIs can use our Svelte code.
Exactly.
Anyways, let me look at awareness stays the same, 96%. Interest is going down a bit. No. Yes, it is. So Svelte has the highest interest and has had that for 6 years now, since 2019. And it's declining a bit, but so are most of the others. So I think this may be a bit of a trend that people maybe just get annoyed by
by frameworks and meta frameworks.
Yeah, it's interesting to see HTMX was huge 2 years ago, and like they went from 55 and then now they're at 37.
It's almost like it was a meme, kind of. No offense to the HTMX people.
I haven't used it, so I'm sure it's great. But there was some way that they couldn't ride in the end. It sounds like so. That's unfortunate for them.
Yeah. React still the big dog, of course.
Not in interests.
Right.
So maybe if I share my screen, we would be looking at the same thing.
That's a great idea.
Share screen. every single video recording software needs to have a different way of sharing that screen.
Yep.
It's like they think it's their mode. Oh, we'll have another way, and so people will stay in our.
It's the what's it called? Like the lock-in, the way that they keep you in.
I think
You don't want to change the video software.
Isn't that the moat?
You have to learn the moat. Yeah,
Anyways,
that's what it's called.
Solid is rising. Solid is rising in interest. React is still going down. Yeah. So React started all the way back in 2016 at 75% interest. I think this might have been like the first time they did this survey. 75% interest, and then they're at 27 now.
That's crazy.
I don't want to just like this be a full episode of just all us just talking about charts going or graphs going down.
Right. Right.
But I think there's a trend here. Like the older something gets, the less interest it gets, and satisfaction also goes down and whatnot. And
there is something there though about like React has kind of reinvented itself multiple times, right?
True.
So I think hooks came out in, was that 2019? 18?
19.
So you kind of would have expected a kind of a rise there, and then maybe with React server components. But as from my understanding, they're not super popular. Like people that use them like them, but
there's also people that have used them that don't like them.
Right.
Like there's these big names that have like, okay, we tried to move to React server components for 6 months. It made everything slower and really complicated. We're moving back, and I think that's a fair sentiment. I've spent a lot of time looking into it, and I also find it very confusing. But I mean, they're really smart people, so maybe they'll figure it out.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's kind of an issue though. Like I'm not only talking about React here, but like framework developers in general. Like when you get to the point where your job is to develop a framework rather than develop a tool that you're using yourself, you're not dog fooding it, right? And I think there's a risk there where it just like you come up with cool, smart solutions that probably theoretically are very, very good, but then in practice they kind of fall apart because I don't know.
Right. So what you're saying is that you become a library engineer, and so you have you think you know how to build websites, but then that's actually not how people do it in reality.
Right. Well, you might know how you build websites like 5 years ago, right? Like you said, like things change. And then also like it's you get down into this maybe you get down into this rabbit hole of trying to solve some performance issue, and that takes up 80% of your time when you could have spent more time on the developer experience. If that makes sense.
I think we also need to put this into perspective, right? I'm just pulling up NPM trends. So if we compare, like we've talked about how React is declining in satisfaction and interest, but then if you look at NPM trends, the downloads just keep going up. There's 70 million weekly downloads of React now. So I understand that there's a lot of people that like keep downvoting these things, but they also use them more and more and more. So right.
So essentially you would kind of think that the NPM trends would follow the interest somewhat.
Yeah.
But then
I think go ahead.
There's difference between like wanting to use something and having to use it, I guess.
Absolutely. So, for sure. There's also a lag here. Like I think the people that answers these surveys, they are like really tuned in to the ecosystem.
Yep.
And then there's a long tail of enterprise engineers and everyone that just makes money that like, okay, we'll be using React now because React has been used for 5 years or whatever, or Angular or Svelte or whatever. So like there's just a lag between usage and then what we see reported in this survey, I think. Interesting
though. What's the package name for Angular? Is it AngularJS? No. Or is it at Angular or something like that?
At Angular /CLI. I should know this because I should
CLI tool for Angular, yeah. Because if you just put in Angular, it's way smaller than Svelte, and that doesn't sound right.
No, that doesn't make sense.
I would not expect. Yeah.
No. We're just looking at the wrong package, I'm sure.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, so for comparison, React has 70 million downloads, Svelte has 2.6. So there's a 35x difference there.
Yeah. Satisfaction, we have Svelte steady at number 2, as it has been for 5 years now, with Solid just going straight into number 1 and still being. They're very, very close. It's like Solid is 89% satisfaction and Svelte is 86.
Yeah.
The Preact gained satisfaction this year, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah, Lit as well. I think there's been a lot of years like people talk about web components, right? And it's been a thing for many years, and the usage has not been there compared to how long it's been there, I guess. But I feel like this year and last year, like the chatter around web components and design systems and Lit and Fast, I think it just keeps growing now. Maybe it's because I'm listening to too much shop talk show, but I think it's growing. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm so not into, like I keep hearing about web components, but I'm not really that interested in them.
No.
I maybe for obvious reasons, but of course.
Yeah.
But like I just never really used them a lot. But like the amount of DevRel resources that have gone into pushing web components is pretty large, right?
True.
So it's because you get this from like the Chrome team, and like everyone is talking about web components and have been for years. So it's kind of interesting that it's not bigger.
That is true.
Maybe the developer experience hasn't been up to snuff, right?
Yeah, I think it's really hard to put a pin on like why are some of these frameworks more popular than others. Especially when you look at these charts, because if you look at this, you would expect Solid to just be like the thing
biggest
that everyone uses, but it isn't.
Could just be the Solid users are more prone to answering the survey, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, right? I think that's fair. Preact is highest in appreciation, and Svelte is lowest.
Interesting.
And it has been. What does that mean? Appreciation gap between interest and satisfaction.
So the satisfaction must be low then? Is that?
I don't know.
That seems weird.
I don't know how to read this. It just says it's the gap between interest and the satisfaction in percentage points. Anyways, someone else who's smarter than us, please
explain.
Tell us how to read this. This is Baby's first charts.
That sounds weird, though, that it would be lowest.
Because then you go to positivity, and then Svelte is highest, which is the proportion of positive sentiment among all respondents. So I think there's just something that I just don't fully understand about people.
Yeah.
But I mean, Svelte is still going strong, and it's people love it. People love it slightly less than they did last year, but it's within 1 percentage point. So
I think that's like when you look at it on all frameworks, that because most of them are going down, as we mentioned, it's a good result.
Yeah,
compared relatively at least.
Right. So then there's also that was Svelte, and then there's the meta frameworks, which is where Next.js and SvelteKit is, and all the others essentially. And there's one thing that's very interesting here. Also, so when you look at the usage of the meta frameworks, I'm just going to go back to the usage of, although that stacks out. Essentially, Next.js is in a league of its own. Yep. Next.js has 59% usage, and the next one is Astro at 27%. Astro is growing really fast compared to all the others.
Yeah, I think it's because you can you can use it with any framework, right?
You can mix and match.
That's the strength of it,
which makes perfect sense, right? It's
basically their user base is anyone that uses React, Svelte, or Vue, right? And I'm sure there are other frameworks that you can use with Astro
Preact
as well now.
and something more.
So that you would expect them to be
solid,
pretty big,
of course.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Next.js only React works, right?
Yeah, that is true. It's interesting that Next.js was on a downturn in 2024, and then it got an uptick again in 2025.
Yeah.
Somehow they turned that around.
I think if you go to satisfaction, though, like you're going to find that,
Yeah, let's do satisfaction. Astro, number 1. That's impressive. SvelteKit, number 2. And then we have
Solid Start, I think.
Start, Nuxt, Analog. Oh, Analog is that's Angular.
What is Analog?
That Analog is Angular, but with Vite. So is this
Interesting.
is this amazing, brilliant guy? I believe he's called, I want to say Brandon, but maybe I'm wrong. And he was like, I love Angular, but I hate the toolchain. Can I just do a Vite plugin instead? And so he just built a Vite plugin. And now it's this whole thing with, if you want to do Angular, but you love Vite and VTest and Storybook with Vite and all that, then Analog is your jam. And I think that's pretty impressive. Anyways, he got into it at number 5. Dino Fresh, Dosaurus Remix, and then
It's
next,
interesting.
just beats out Gatsby.
That's not a good. That's not a good thing.
Imagine if they got
against
beaten
Gatsby,
by Gatsby. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been in development for years, as far as I know. I might be wrong, but I don't think.
No, you're right. I think you're right.
No, that's cool.
It's interesting though. Like Gatsby did do things a bit differently compared to other frameworks. I think they like the whole GraphQL thing was very different compared to.
I feel like Astro has sort of picked up the good parts of what Gatsby did differently.
Right.
I don't think GraphQL was the right choice because it was just very complicated for even like the basic stuff. So I think Astro has sort of has hit the right balance of you being like you having like flexible data sources and also it just being simple to write. I've heard that some people run into like performance issues. Like if they have a lot of content, then it just takes hours to build. But maybe that's just.
Do you know if Astro is still like build only? What's it called?
Server side.
Server side only, or like pre-render only? I guess is what I'm saying. Or is it Can you do dynamic server and server side endpoints?
No. So Astro components can only be rendered on the server. And so if you need something on the client, then you will reach for one of the other frameworks.
Yep. Gotcha.
And the reason I know that, so I'm gonna take on my Storybook hat now because I'm a Storybook core maintainer, and by far the biggest request we have for Storybook, and it's been the biggest request for years, has been Astro support. Which I get because Astro is pretty good. The problem is that Astro is server-side rendered only, and Storybook, being 7 years old, is an SPA. Storybook renders on the client only. And so how do you do that? Well, you don't.
Iframes, obviously.
It requires either the Astro team or the Storybook team figuring out how to completely redo their architecture. And so that's still a sore eye for me. Anyways, back to this Svelte podcast.
How's the interest? Sorry, you were going to say something about
SvelteKit just keeps being high on satisfaction, of course, which is amazing. The Svelte team is just doing amazing work, as we talked about last time, with the new remote functions, and it's going to be really interesting to see how SvelteKit 3 just. I
think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Like
we have
remote
to think
functions
that, but
are.
I also really think that.
Yeah. We have to think it, but I really think it. Yeah. Definitely, like remote functions is such a game changer. Like in terms of developer experience, like it's compared to like the load functions and the form actions that we had before. Amazing.
Yeah. I want to correct myself. We don't have to think anything. We're not getting paid by anyone. We can think what we want. just so no one.
Wait, you're getting paid? No. That's a meme, right? I'm so old.
You are really old. Interest is going down for SvelteKit, as it has been for years. As we talked about, I think that's just the function of it not being as new anymore.
And to be fair, all of them are going down, right?
Yeah, except for Astro is floating.
Right. If you look 2 years back, yeah.
Other than that, everyone else is going down.
Yeah. Not a bright future for meta frameworks, it seems like. I'm kidding.
I mean, I like the alternative here is someone building like you using your own meta framework, right? You have to have some sort of meta framework, whether or not it's something that is being maintained, or is it something that you build on your own, right? So,
or you just go pure server side.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No client.
No client. Like no even like we don't even send anything to the client. Anything happens on the server, and like when they open the website, there's just blank. There's nothing on the client.
Yeah. Just an input text where you put in your prompt and you get what you want out of the prompt.
Imagine like the kilobytes you would save from that.
Right. Imagine the tokens you would spend though from generating all that.
Oh,
sorry, I'm not going to go into an LLM rant.
Oh, can we do another LLM only episode? No, we can't.
No, we can't. We can't. We have to stick to Svelte.
Oh, we do. So, like, there's 10 different ways to view all of this data, and we're not going to go all the same data again. But there's this huge chart that they call changes over time, where we can see everything at once. And let me find Svelte in this big mess. I found it. So it's being used more and more, and compared to last time, slightly more negative opinion, but not that much. One thing, I think there's one thing. If you as a listener go in and look at these charts over time, it's important to remember that last year they made a change in the survey, which if you were one of these library maintainers, it hurt you a lot. But the way that you would answer these surveys, they now added some sort of like, instead of just answering I have used it or I have not used it, you would now also be forced to put in your sentiment, and that made everything just more negative.
That's interesting. How even when you put I haven't used it?
Yes, because then it asks I would like to, or I would not like to use it.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So that there's just something to keep in mind when you read this, that between 2023 and 2024, the survey basically changed a bit. So that is why the data is a bit off.
They should probably just get rid of the old data if that changes things that much.
Yeah, I mean, now it is changed.
Have a toggle.
I don't know. Maybe it's just something going forward that's just how it is for now on. Anyways, what else is interesting here? There's a tier list now. That
seems like
and V-test is S tier.
What? Really?
Hono.
Wow.
I actually didn't know that many people were using both Hono and Playwright as an S tier. Isn't?
Yeah.
Is Hono?
It's like
is that the thing that powers something else, or is that Nitro that I'm thinking of?
I don't think Hono powers. Well, I mean,
okay,
it's probably powers something, but like it's just it's like an Express.
I see.
Competitor, if you will. So.
And then we have Bun. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to Bun now that Anthropic acquired Bun. I mean, they're still working on it, of course.
So only Astro is on S tier.
True for frameworks.
For the frameworks,
SvelteKit is A tier as the next framework in line.
And then Nuxt also A tier.
Is also A tier. Nuxt is also brilliant.
I haven't actually used Nuxt.
No. I've heard. I've talked with people that use it, and they say it's amazing. And I have seen what it can do, but I also I dived into a Nuxt code base yesterday, and I did not know where to step.
Right.
There was an interesting pattern which I didn't like, but then I also realized that Svelte has sort of a similar pattern. There was something about implicit imports. Because I was looking at this Nuxt code base, right? And there was this function that was called, it was a hook in a page. It's called use package, I believe, or whatever. I'm like,
right. You can do anything in Vue, right?
I guess. And so because it was just using GitHub, and GitHub has this like go to sources or whatever. And so I clicked on that, and it didn't show anything. And the use package function wasn't even being imported in there. I was like, okay, what is this?
Oh yeah.
And so I had to ask around, and then I realized it's when it's being defined in some other module called compose something, then it's just available everywhere, which is nice, but it's also sort of confusing for me to But then I realized, well, Svelte runes is the exact same thing. You don't import a rune.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of similar, but then it's like a core mechanic of the framework that you have to learn.
Yeah, that's the difference, right? Because
the
use package was like a custom thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is similar for sure. Like,
but to be fair, I would also expect, like, if I opened the repository in VS Code and I clicked use package, that the Vue or Nuxt extension, it would know exactly where to get me.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sure it was just because I was in GitHub.
Yeah.
So, but it was just, I'm not a fan of magic stuff. I like magical stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, everything to each their own, I guess.
Yeah, it's good that there are like all these different options that you can
for sure.
use. Yeah. I should definitely try it at some point though.
Yeah. Just at least to learn it.
Yeah. All right. Are there other frameworks that are not on the lists that are like popular? Like I feel like I've been hearing TanStack Start a lot, but I'm not.
TanStack Start is actually getting a lot of usage, but it's not. So it was relatively new when this survey came out.
Gotcha.
So it's not part of the questionnaire. It's one of those write-ins. I found meta frameworks, and then if you go to other, TanStack Start is by far the biggest other. So it's definitely one of those things that TanStack Router is. I'm assuming that if you don't use the meta framework, you just use or maybe it's the same. Maybe it's just people being confused about what to write.
Yeah.
Again, like I'm exposing my ignorance here.
Yeah, same. I don't know. I've not used TanStack Start. I assume it's like a bit like Astroin that you can use any framework. Is that right?
No.
Or is
TanStack Start is React.
Is it? Is it TanStack Router that you can use? And TanStack Router is for React and Solid.
Right.
So you can use it for those.
And maybe TanStack Start as well is, but it's not like this. I don't believe it's something similar to Astroid where you can do multiple stuff at once.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I think, anyways, it's great to have an alternative to Next.js coming from TanStack Start, and I'm really looking forward to see what they do this year. Their growth is pretty wild already. So
yeah, TanStack feels like they from the outside looking in, it feels like they pull you in with all these like libraries that you need for complex things like TanStack Table, TanStack. Now I can't name them all, but then you kind of get into the ecosystem, and then they maybe release TanStack Router and TanStack Start, which is like, oh, you can just slot in these other packages of ours, and they'll just work perfectly with it.
I think they made a very big splash when Tanner he wrote that you could do route configuration but type safe, so it would yell at you if you didn't get the params right and like subpath and whatever. I think that was pretty impressive. I haven't seen that in many other places, especially not in Next.js and also not in SvelteKit, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, there is type safe routing in SvelteKit.
Okay. Yeah.
You have to import a function now called resolve. So.
Oh, right.
So it's you have to do some work, but it works.
Okay, other tools. Let's get. I don't have anything else to say about Svelte and frameworks. I think we have talked more than enough about that. Unless you have anything smart to say.
No.
Sod is the most used library in these. It's just a long list of any JavaScript library.
Wow! It's even bigger than Lodash.
Yeah, it grew 2 places this year to go over Lodash and date functions. That's pretty wild. So when I see this, right, I think this is great. Sod is great, but also people are sleeping on Valibot. Valibot is also very amazing. Paolo introduced me to Valibot via his TMCP library, and it's like, to me, it's almost the same. The API is slightly different, except that it's tiny. It's a tiny thing. It's tree shakeable.
Yeah.
I really love shaving off kilobytes, and so I don't see why anyone would pick Sod over Valibot today. Okay, that's a bit of an overstatement, but Valibot just seems like the same thing but smaller. So So that's
Yeah,
what I will always
I mean,
go
it's
for.
there's some differences in like the API, but they're not big, right?
It's
And they both
can we
Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I
I
keep
was just
talking.
going to say, like they both support like standard schema, right? That's
Yeah,
the
exactly.
biggest
That's
thing.
like, can we talk about how amazing it is that all of these validation libraries, they've just put their heads together and like, oh, maybe we should do something that we're all compatible with, and maybe that's called standard schema. I love
Yeah,
that.
isn't
I love that.
am I misremembering it, or is the creator of standard schema also the guy that created Valibot?
They were multiple.
Multiple people. Okay,
So I think they literally like got together to work on it. The Sod,
gotcha.
Colin Hacks, and then Validbot, and then someone else.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, I'm gonna do a lot more of that at my work very soon. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
yeah. I mean, I use validation for everything, right?
Right.
It's great. And now with remote functions, you use validation library. Like you have to use a validation library. So it's great.
Okay, next on the list of libraries people use is Lodash, and my feelings are that Lodash has not changed in like 10 years or something.
Maybe that's its strength, though.
That's very impressive that
Yep.
it has kept being relevant. But also we have ES Toolkit readily available. It's on place 17 here, but it's just like, I feel like it's the modern take on Lodash. It's ESM only, and
Did that come
again,
from the E18?
no,
No.
it's before that actually.
Okay.
There's also Ramda. There's a bunch of these Lodash alternatives that I think are better today. But
Yep.
I mean, I get your muscle memory is Lodash. You have these functions all over the place, so just keep using it. Fair.
And then also like to be fair to Lodash, it's probably used way more often than Zod. Like if you look at the actual download numbers.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
I'm
it's
100% sure.
uncomparable. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with a lot of other of these libraries like date functions, moment,
Yeah.
RxJS, etc.
So one thing that's interesting here is that number 3, 4, and 5 on the list is all about dates and times.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see if this changes now that we are very close to having temporal directly in JavaScript, which is, I guess, was supposed to be the replacement for all of these.
I think you can use it already in Chrome, right?
And also
Chrome, I'm
Firefox. I think maybe
very nice.
maybe
Yeah, you're
in
right.
Safari.
It's under a flag in Safari technical preview, so it's going to be out.
Yeah,
pretty
okay.
soon then. That's good.
It also depends on, like, I think at least at my work we're lagging behind because we need to support older browsers. So,
Yeah, of course. Like you can't start using temporal just because the newest version of each browser is using them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you polyfill or something, but
Yeah. All right, we have jQuery still relevant.
they
Amazing
released
for
a new
them.
version, right?
They did.
jQuery
Yeah, I don't even know what the new thing
4.
is. Do you know?
No clue. Internet Explorer 11 support removed.
Okay,
Talk about supporting old browsers.
that's not okay. That's not okay.
Yeah.
What do I do now?
Yeah, now old websites are breaking for Internet Explorer users. They migrated to ES modules. That's good.
Great. Maybe that's
deprecated. Yeah, they deprecated some old functions.
it. Okay.
Yeah, slimmer build.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
Oh, Effect is on here.
Effect is on there. So is Archetype, which is not the same, but I feel like it's sort of the same group of people that will use them.
Yeah, yeah. Archetype is interesting. Like they did that. What's it called? Arc regex, where you could do like type-safe regex, which is very cool.
It's a very, very cool library. Like all the types, it's you write in your TypeScript types as a string, and that is a runtime validation. But then you also get the exact type safety. I don't know how they did that. It's so magical. But it's also, I feel like whenever I look at it, I'm like, oh, that looks very horrible. Please, can I not have that? But also, it's very incredible at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, regex is horrible. So,
True. Oh, that is true. Yeah.
so even if you, I don't know.
Yeah. I did spend some weeks when I was younger, just like I learned regex. I really I took courses and stuff.
Oh, really?
And it was great. I mean, I was really happy for that decision. I mean, that really helped me out. Like that was a great investment. But also now, I don't really write them anymore because the AI writes them for me. Yeah. And that's something that is really good at and that I'm actually really bad at. So it's just something.
I mean, regex is great. Like you can do almost anything. I was going to say, but you can do a lot.
You can brew coffee and like anything essentially.
Yeah, of course. At least in ASCII.
Okay, moving on. There's something about graphics and animations, and it's the thing that I have never dipped my toes into. So I have no clue here. I love JS. Motion.
Did you see? Speaking of motion, did you see Svelte Motion or Motion Svelte?
I saw it. I just went through the Svelte Society website and I saw Svelte Motion in there. I even have it like as a tab open.
Oh, nice, nice.
It's not by the official. It's not an official port, is it?
No.
But it's very impressive anyway.
It's apparently based on Motion for View, or sorry, the documentation. The documentation is based on that.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, I might play around with this. Like animations are fun.
The guy behind Motion is just a great guy. So I'm happy that he keeps building out these very impressive animations libraries, even though I don't use them.
Yeah. What else is there? 3JS, D3, the usual suspects, GSAP. Yeah. Utilities.
Utilities.
ESLint is top.
ESLint is great. There was that one point where we thought that ESLint would become irrelevant because of TSLint, and everyone writes TS. But then they merged, or the TSLint team said, no more. We're going to do an ESLint plugin instead. And that was great. Like people putting their heads together. Good decision. Yeah.
And now we're getting new ones as well, right? We're getting Biome and Oxlint as well.
Oxlint. I've been using Oxlint and Ox format on my new project. And holy wow, it's fast.
Yeah. I actually started using it yesterday in my so I have this like reference project that I'm using when I'm building other things, and so I just installed it there to like see how fast it was, and I think it was like 100 times faster. Like it's something crazy fast.
That. Yeah. It's way fast.
So that's awesome. Like getting that feedback way quicker is great.
So for this project that I'm working on, the repo is not that big. So I think Prettier was like 4 seconds, and which it's fine. It's like going to Ox format was like 200 milliseconds, which is of course amazing, right? But those 4 seconds of speed up is not going to change my world. It just felt nice,
right? Well, I don't know if I agree. So 10 seconds to 4 seconds. That would not change my world, but 4 seconds to 200 milliseconds, definitely, because then you can just have it on all the time. Like you can just run it indiscriminately and you wouldn't really worry about it. I mean...
Also like a watch mode?
Yeah. Well, watch mode is going to be fast because you're just changing one file, right?
Right.
Hopefully that should work, but... Yeah. But maybe it's not so much about like linting, but I feel that like you have these like tools where... These categories of speed, right? Where you have one tool that takes 10 minutes to run, and it doesn't change much if you speed it up from 10 minutes to 4 minutes, right? Because you're still going to go and get a coffee between what you're doing and whatever you're running. Yeah. But if you can get it down to like seconds, then and you kind of stay in the groove, and you can just keep working in another.
Yeah. There's this magical threshold, and I'm sure it's different for all of us. Like when you know that something takes a certain amount of time, you do something else. If it's more than 10 seconds for me, I will be going on Blue Sky, and not staring on it. But if I know it's 8 seconds, I'll just be staring at it, and I should not be going on Blue Sky all the time.
But it's nice though.
It's great. It's very blue. I love that. But so what I wanted to say was that in the Storybook monorepo, which is a huge repository with lots of packages, ESLint takes I think 2 minutes on my machine.
Whoa.
It's
That's a long time.
Horrible. It's a horrible situation.
And then it's probably less than what it was 2 versions ago, right?
Sure.
Or was it 3 versions ago?
Yeah, they improved their
a
speed already. 2 versions of Storybook, you mean?
Yeah,
for sure. And so I really hope that someone is trying to migrate that to Oxland, and I want to see that go to 5 seconds or something.
That'd be nice, right?
That would be amazing. We'll
and
see.
you can use JavaScript ESLint JavaScript plugins in Oxlint. So theoretically it should be possible. I don't know what the status is of it, so maybe there are bugs and stuff. I'm sure there are. But it's like it has a way forward, because Oxlint is Rust, I think, right? And you're not going to have people write ESLint plugins in Rust.
True.
Probably. So it's good that that you can still write JavaScript plugins. Although with LLMs, maybe writing ESLint plugins in Rust, just like converting the JavaScript version, isn't that bad.
I think it depends on who you are, right? Because if I did that, I would have no way to quality. I would not be able to read the code,
right?
Because I don't write Rust, right? I'm sure there could be tests, but still.
I mean, I'm sure there are tests, right, for the ESLint Svelte plugin. There should be.
Yeah.
So you should be able to just convert the tests and then have it. I need to try this.
You should. Can you write it in like assembly instead, just to make it super super fast?
I mean, why not? Just make it binary.
Because you can't. I don't think you can.
No, I don't think I can either.
It would be a fun challenge, though. No, not fun per se, but it would be a
challenge.
It
would be torture.
Yeah. Anyways, there's one I see in the utilities. There's one thing that I want to call out here. It's a hidden gem. It's number 16. Okay. It's called NI or NI or NI or however you pronounce it.
Okay.
NI. Have you heard of that?
I have not heard about that.
It's amazing. It's a package by Anthony Fu.
Okay.
It's essentially just running one CLI to handle any package manager. So it detects which package manager is being used in this repository, and then it runs that command. So instead of you having to figure out, is it yarn install, is it npm install, is it whatever, you just run ni, and then that does it. It's short.
I am putting this on my list to use.
And for running scripts, it's nr, like it's the same package, but it's another command. So nr and then just the script name, and then it just figures. And so if there's no log files, there's no indicator whatsoever about the package manager, it will ask you. But other than that, it's that is what I use, and I'm very close to also that's what I'm documenting. Like if I'm writing a getting started guide, I might potentially just write ni because it's so good.
That sounds really useful.
Yeah. But the only issue I have with it is that whenever I change node versions, because of like different repositories, I have to install it again. Like it's a global install, and apparently these global installs are like per node version. That's just so stupid. I hate that.
Yeah, I'm in some situations. It's not the same, but it's similar. Where like I'm using Better SQLite 3 and PNPM and some node version, and for some reason I have to rebuild Better SQLite 3 every time I make a fork, or like make a branch of the project. It's very odd. It's very irritating. I don't know why, but also something to do with node versions, because it always complains like, oh, this was built for this node version. You're using this other one. You have to rebuild it.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
It is what it is.
Kev, I have to go in 5 minutes.
Oh, no.
I should have told you from the beginning.
Do you want to do picks?
Yes.
I think we did... We did unpopular opinions last time.
True.
Let's do picks.
Do you want to do that first? Do you have anything?
I think the new Game of Thrones TV show is good.
I think the previous episode of Svelte Radio is all just one big unpopular opinion. No,
just my unpopular opinion for the whole episode.
Yes. Sorry, I cut you off. Game of Thrones new series. Is it good?
Yeah, and it's called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. It's a bit more comedic than the original show. The actors are good.
I would expect that people hate it just because it's different actors. Like it's just different faces on the same characters, or not?
No, but it's like 90 years before the start of the Game of Thrones show.
I see.
So
you see, that's how
it's not a reboot. Yeah.
Okay.
Reboot.
Reboot. We'll call it that.
Yeah.
Okay. So the
right,
Game of
what's your
Thrones
pick?
reboot is my pick is if you have been keeping up with Blue Sky and you are also in the JavaScript ecosystem, your timeline will have been flooded with NPMX.
Let me guess. Yeah. I was gonna NPMX.
But that's good because it's amazing. It's incredible what these people have done in so little
in
time.
like a week.
Yeah, 1 or 2 weeks. So npmx.dev it's an attempt at an alternative registry site for npm. So it's the same registry. It's still using the npm registry behind the hood, behind the scenes or under the hood.
Yeah.
But the site is just improved. So it now includes vulnerability alerts for each package. It includes the package size or the dependency graph. Like there's so much more stuff that they're adding that NPM should have added 5 years ago. But that has been stale.
Does it also show you like I seem to have some vague memory of someone mentioning that they would kind of tie it into the E18 end thing where you could if you search for Lodash, you would get like an alternative that is
I think so. That's a good idea at least. I can't remember. But it's very impressive what they're doing. And by the time this episode comes out, they'll have done so much more. So I even right now from yesterday I can see that they fixed the bug that I didn't even report. They just fixed it. So wild. One thing that I do want to talk about this though is that if you are thinking of trying to get into open source and contributing, go to these people because it's a very friendly community and they're very active, they're very helpful, and they want you to succeed. I can see that when I look at the Discord server. So it's a great place to start. The worst thing you can do is go in and then do AI slop PRs. Do not do that.
Yes.
That is not how you claim your open source fame. And they will, of course, not like that. So please do real contributions. And I think this is a great place to do that. There's so many opportunities here.
With that said, like, of course, use LLMs if that improves the code.
Right. I don't care about what tool you're using, but it's very clear if you're using your tool wrong. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And it's becoming a bigger issue as well.
Yeah.
In the open source community in general.
Yeah. For everyone involved. I've closed a few PRs today. That was just not impressive.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you for chatting.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you all for listening. We will be back next week again with maybe we'll have a guest. Who knows? We will see. Yeah.
Right. Maybe Brittany will be a guest from calling in from the sunny side.
That would be so fun. I would like that. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Jeppe. I will talk to you on Discord, and I will see you next week.
See ya.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.